This one's coming to us courtesy of slashfilm.com. The Collector 3 is happening, ladies and gentlemen, and I believe that a lot of the internet rumors that have existed for the last better part of a decade are going to end up being true. This movie's probably going to be called The Collected. So let's go into the article and see what it has to say here. I'm excited. I thought this film, The Collector and The Collection, were some really out of nowhere big hits. I know that there is, some involvement in the Saw franchise, and I believe the original one was written to be a bit of a Saw prequel, and they ended up changing a few things, making it into something else, and it ended up being amazing. So anyway, the article says The Collector and The Collection are both nasty, effective horror films about one seriously twisted killer, and that is an understatement, by the way. They came on the heels of the Saw torture porn horror trend, but are much more better than most Saw knockoffs, and I can't disagree with that at all. Out of all the Saw knockoffs out there, and this one I don't think is yeah, sure, they're considering its origin, but it really came into a life of its own. So back to the article. The second film ended with a direct setup for a third, but that third Collector film never materialized. But it looks like that's about to change. A poster has arrived for The Collector 3, and it's been confirmed that this isn't some Photoshop trickery. The movie is indeed really happening, and it's got the image for the poster. It was posted on Twitter by someone named @JoshStewart, and we go on here to read a little bit more of the article. It says Josh Stewart, who plays the frequently unlucky Arkin. Oh, well, that's Arkin. Okay. In the Collector series, took to Twitter last night to post this poster for The Collector 3. Sometimes actors will post fan art in order to drum up interest in potential films, but that's not what this is. Bloody Disgusting has confirmed that The Collector 3 is very real. In the first film, 2009's The Collector, and it scrolled by, so I got to find my place again. Thanks a lot, guys. Stewart's Arkin breaks into a home to pull off a burglary, only to discover someone else has broken in first. That someone else being the Collector, a sadistic killer who rigs traps and other forms of torture for his victims. At the end of the film, the Collector captured Arkin and hauled him away in his truck. Of course, in the sequel, Arkin breaks out and attempts to stop the Collector. As the film concluded, Arkin managed to catch the Collector in his own trunk with plans to torture and kill the serial killer. It was a neat setup for the third film, but that didn't happen. Now it is. There is still no word on when or where we'll see this, but if I had to guess, it'd probably end up as a VOD movie. Marcus Dunstan, who co-wrote and directed the first two films, is back to direct this third entry. That's awesome. Which will presumably pick up for the second, or where the second film left off. So there you go. A lot of people theorizing it end up being video on demand. I don't care. I don't care as long as this movie is done to the degree that the first one and the second one were done, as long as it fits into that mold. I've always felt like after watching the first two that this was a film series that was meant to be a trilogy. And I really enjoy the fact that it is an ongoing story between one protagonist and one killer, and you're not having to change the cast out. You're not having to rewrite like you do with a lot of these horror franchises. It's really a fight between these two men, good and evil, and even the good guy, is a burglar when this thing kicks off, and you kind of see him transform over these films into a true protagonist. Maybe an anti-hero to a bit, but I guess that's left up to your own interpretation. I'm excited as hell about this one, guys. Go check out Josh Stewart's Twitter if you want to see the Collector 3 poster that's been posted.
If you enjoy my content and want to support Bloody Breakdown, here are a few ways you can do so. Become a patron of the channel at the Patreon link below. You can make a one-time or a monthly contribution. Simply select a tier of $1, $5, or $10 and unlock the perks that come with your tier of choice. Perks range from early access of videos to your name in the credits listed as a producer. Check out our Amazon wish list with tech items that could go a long way in improving the overall quality of the channel and the podcast. Install Honey. Honey is a free web browser extension that automatically finds and applies coupon codes at checkout for over 30,000 shopping sites, saving you money and coupon searching time. It only takes 2 clicks to install, and using my link in the description section below helps to support Bloody Breakdown.